no let-up, only an intensification of the fire in Gaza and the woes of its people. As Israel turns up the heat with fresh strikes killing 20 people, including 5 journalists on Monday, it readies for a massive takeover push into the enclave. This as multiple warnings and outcries from within and from around the world grow and hopes of a ceasefire flicker. Here's more in our next report.
The second blast, minutes after the first, on at Gaza's Nasser hospital on Monday. It's the 5th distinct instance of this medical facility being hit. A Reuters cameraman was among the journalists killed. More than 240 Palestinian journalists have been killed in Gaza since October 2023. Critics have hit out. Israel shooting the messenger, literally. Journalists being tagged terrorists is a hard one for Team Netanyahu to justify. Witnesses said the killed journalist had been operating a live TV feed on the roof and it shut down at the instant of the initial strike. The second strike took place after rescue workers and journalists rushed to the site of the first attack. The Foreign Press Association called this the deadliest Israeli attacks on journalists working for international media since the Gaza war began. Today's attack comes 2 weeks after 6 journalists, including 4 from Al Jazeera, were killed in an Israeli targeted attack near Al-Shifa hospital in Gaza City. As Israeli tanks and soldiers amass at the border, airstrikes pound the outskirts of Gaza City, and Israeli leaders vowed to push forward with a full assault. Nearly 1 million displaced civilians remain trapped inside. From within Israel, though, and indeed large sections of the international community, rumblings against the offensive grow louder. Israel's own chief of staff, Eyal Zamir, has stepped up his warnings call, urging Prime Minister Netanyahu again to take the peace deal on the table. He cautions on the dangers of capturing Gaza City. Most specifically, he warns taking Gaza endanger lives of the hostages still in Hamas captivity. Of 50 remaining hostages, only 20 are believed alive. Besides the uproar within Israel itself, from Europe to Africa to Australia, protests are growing against Israel's war in Gaza. In Copenhagen, thousands marched outside Parliament. Families, unions, aid groups and activists, including Greta Thunberg, demanded Denmark recognize a Palestinian state. In Africa, demonstrators in Kenya and Senegal called for peace, urging their governments to cut ties with Israel. Together, these demonstrations send a global message. Stop the war, end the attacks on Gaza, and recognize Palestinian rights. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet meets on Tuesday to discuss the latest proposal advanced by regional mediators, which Hamas accepted a week ago. On the ground, Gaza's people suffer on. Nearly 2 years into the war, Gazan authorities say the official death toll has crossed 62,000 Palestinians, most of them women and children. Aid agencies say famine, starvation and destruction are at unimaginable levels. Basic supplies, food, water, medicine remain cut off. Nearly 1 million displaced civilians are now trapped in Gaza City. Where Israel's next assault is expected, and the war enters a decisive stage with the onslaught and death toll taking uglier dimensions. The equation is simple. Israel's generals warn of risk to hostages. Hamas accuses Netanyahu of blocking peace, and Gaza's civilians continue to pay the highest price. Bureau Report, WION World is One.